Eshani, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101, and happy 2017 to you guys. I haven't talked to you ever since the new year happened, and it has been a while. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know that I got a little sick. I was feeling a little under the weather, and my voice is still a little scratchy. My throat feels a little scratchy, so if, you know, my voice sounds strained or something, it's because it is. And as much as I loved my little 1 week break from YouTube, I really did miss making videos, and I was ready to come back because something really exciting happened in the makeup community whilst I was gone, and the new Too Faced and Kat Von D collaboration came out. This was really exciting for me because I love both of these brands. I love Too Faced and I love Kat Von D, and as different as these brands are, I think that this collection was very interesting. So the two products that I have from this collaboration are the Better Together Ultimate Eye Collection and the Better Together Lip and Cheek Makeup Bag Set. In today's video, I will be doing an in-depth review on both of these sets, and I will go ahead and give you guys a price breakdown, let you know what I think of it, let you know if I think the value is good, if the product is good, how the product performs, and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this review by talking about the smaller of the two sets. This is the Better Together Lip and Cheek Makeup Bag Set. This retails for $38 on the Sephora website. Now, when I initially saw this on the website and kind of the way it looks on the front of the box and like on the back of the box, I thought that you got two different makeup bags and then these 4 different makeup items. But actually what you're getting is one makeup bag that has the 2 different pets on the 2 sides. In case you guys aren't familiar with the 2 brand owners and their pets, Kat Von D does have a cat named Piaf, I believe, and you know, that's what inspired this little animal over here. And then the owner of Too Faced, Jared, does have a little dog named Clover, which is this little pet right here. I think it's really cute that they brought in, you know, some of the animals that they love in their life and made this little bag. I will say I was kind of expecting it to be a little different. Like I said, I thought it was going to be 2 bags. It's not small in like this way, like it still has, you know, a good, you know, size to it, but in terms of, you know, how much you could fit in here, it doesn't like expand that big. It's very, very skinny. All right, so now moving into the makeup that you get in this set, you get 4 deluxe size makeup items, 2 face items or like cheek items from Too Faced, and 2 lip products from Kat Von D. One thing I will say when I got this set is I was a little disappointed at the sizes of the items. I know the size of a deluxe size Kat Von D lip product, but the sizes of these 2 little Too Faced face products were just so small, and I felt like for $40, I guess I was just expecting more. When you think about it, $40 divided into 4 items means you're paying $10 per deluxe size item, and these are tiny. I mean, these are the size of like a 100-point perk at Sephora. So I don't know, I was kind of disappointed in that. Now the first cheek product you get from Too Faced is this. This is the Candlelight Glow Highlighter Powder Duo in the shade Rosy Glow. That's what it looks like. It does have 2 different shades. There's kind of like a light white gold and then a light pink. And then the other little cheek product you get is one of their Love Flush blushes. This is in a new shade that is currently exclusive to this kit. It's in the shade So Happy Together, and this is the size of it. It is really, really small. Here are swatches of both of those face products. On the left-hand side, you have the Candlelight Glow Highlighting Powder Duo, and what I did was I swatched the white gold color first, I swatched the pink color second, and then the third swatch is both of those shades kind of mixed together, so you can see what you would realistically get if you use this on your cheeks. And then the pink swatch is of course the Love Flush blush in So Happy Together. I think the pigmentation is there on both of these face products, but I will say that the formula of them is a little bit stiffer than what I'm usually used to. That doesn't mean that these are bad products by any means. It just means you have to use a little bit of like a stiffer brush or like a natural haired brush to kind of pick up this product. Especially with the highlighter, I'm used to something like, you know, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors or something that you can just kind of lightly tap in and then get plenty of highlighter on the skin. I do feel like that makes these face products a little bit easier for a newbie to use because you can't really overdo it. It takes a little bit more effort to overdo it on your face. Now let's go ahead and discuss the two lip products. There are two different formulas included, both by Kat Von D. You have one of her Studded Kiss lipsticks and one of her Everlasting liquid lipstick. So the Studded Kiss lipstick you get in this set is a new and exclusive shade to the set. It is in the shade Muse, and it's what I have on my lips right now. It's kind of like this brownish nude color with a lot of like a silver metallic frosty finish. I don't know exactly how I feel about it, at least on my skin tone. I feel like if you're a little bit lighter, maybe it would look better. I'm not really sure. But I will say that this Studded Kiss formula, compared to some of the older ones that I have, is a lot smoother. It does go on really nicely. It is a semi-matte, like demi-matte type finish. It doesn't have any type of super glossiness, and it's got a decent wear time on it, at least for a traditional lipstick. It does last a good 4 to 5 hours. Of course, if you're eating and drinking, it's going to fade away a lot quicker. Next, we have the shade of Everlasting liquid lipstick. This is in the shade XO, and once again, it is a new shade that is currently exclusive to this kit. This is a beautiful color. I really hope she releases this in the full size because I will definitely get the full size version. It is a perfect red with a pink undertone to it, but it's not too pink. The formula is beautiful. It's not streaky, it's not patchy, it goes on super smoothly, it dries so quickly, and then it locks into your lips, and this will stain your lips. It's that vibrant, that long lasting. This will easily last on your lips a good 8 to 9 hours. But I will say that overall, for $40 for this, you know, little bag with the 4 makeup items, I think it's a nice sampling of products. I think it's a nice way to try, you know, a Too Faced blush, highlight, a couple of Kat Von D lippies, but I think the sizes of them are just too small, and this bag, I mean, this bag doesn't make it worth $40 in my opinion. Now let's go ahead and jump into the most exciting product of the collaboration. This is the Better Together Ultimate Eye Collection. Now this set does retail for $65, which I do think is kind of expensive. Remember that any other high-end eyeshadow palette like the Urban Decay Naked palette, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, or any of those retail for about $50. So this is about $15 more. You do get a couple of really exciting extras in here, so that could make it worth it if you were purchasing it because of the extras as well. In this palette, you get one, or I guess technically 2 eyeshadow palettes that magnetize together, which is such a cool packaging design. And then you get 2 additional extras. The first extra you get is a full-size tube of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is a very, very good mascara. It's not my favorite, but it is one of the ones that I usually have in my rotation. In my honest opinion, the more exciting kind of bonus you get is a full size of the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper. This is her classic black pen style liner. I love it. I've always loved this liquid liner. I know that each of these retail for right around $20 if you were to pick them up in the full size. So when you think about it, you get kind of like $40 in here, and then for an additional $25 you get the eyeshadow palette. This is the product that I think was hyped up the most in this collaboration. This cute, adorable heart-shaped palette. The pink side is the Too Faced side, the black side is the Kat Von D side. I absolutely love the artwork on here and kind of like that gold foiling. And then on the back, there's also like a little message from Jared and from Kat. and once again, that kind of design with the foil. I do love that the two halves kind of break apart, but when they magnet together, it's a very, very strong magnet. I mean, you can like hold one side and kind of shake it around and it's not going to fall apart on you. And then each of the sides kind of opens up like a book to kind of create a whole heart. And then once again, you have a little message here, and then each side has 6 shadows. So this right here is of course the Too Faced side. The 6 shadows are in this heart-shaped pan. And then the Kat Von D side, once again, you get 6 shadows in these long rectangular pans. Let's go ahead and just discuss the Too Faced portion first. So like I said, you get 6 different shadows in here. You can see that all 6 of them are very, very neutral. Here are swatches of all 6 of the colors you get in the Too Faced portion. From left to right, we have BFF, Friendspiration, Power Couple, Lovely, Heart of Gold, and Better Together. All of these swatches were done with about 2 to 3 layers of product, so none of these were, you know, a one swipe and go type of color payoff. They all required quite a bit of building. I will say that even the shimmery colors, they're a little flaky. None of them really look super vibrant. Out of the 6 colors, you get 2 mattes. You have kind of like that matte kind of light cream and the matte baby pink, and then the other ones all have a little bit of sparkle or shimmer in them. I'll be perfectly honest, the quality of this half of the palette was very, very disappointing. I feel like Too Faced usually does a really good metallic formula, but these were kind of flaky, kind of dry. They didn't have immediately good color payout. They did require quite a bit of building. I don't really love any of the colors that are included in this palette. It's just all kind of schmeh. I feel like I have things like it in a better quality, in a better formula, with a better texture and better color payout. So this was disappointing to me. Now let's go ahead and discuss the Kat Von D portion of this palette. Once again, you're getting 6 colors. This is a very, very Kat Von D inspired theme. I mean, this red, it just screams kind of gothic, very Kat Von D. It's really pretty. So here are swatches of all 6 of the colors you get in the Kat Von D portion of the palette. From left to right, we have Poor Vida, Lovestruck, Darling, Swoon, Yours, and Devotion. So hopefully you guys can just see how much better this portion of the palette swatches compared to the Too Faced version. The only color that I'm kind of iffy on is the second color, which is Lovestruck, but all of the other 5 colors are gorgeous. Super, super pigmented, very opaque. I did not need to build any of these up except for Lovestruck, which is 2 swipes. This matte white, this matte black, and the matte gray are phenomenal. One swipe pigmentation. They're not chalky, they're not powdery, they blend beautifully. Darling, which is this kind of like metallic steely color, is a little flaky but not too bad. The red color though, can we just talk about this? When I initially saw teaser pictures and I saw this red color, I thought that better be amazing. And let me just say, this is one of the best red eyeshadows I have in my collection. It does have a little bit of a metallic sparkle to it, but it's not chunky. It's very smooth. It's very, very vivid, not patchy, which can often be the case with red shadows. This is a beautiful color. I will say once again, nothing in here is necessarily unique except for the red, which I think is very unique, but none of the other colors I feel like are, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like this. I think overall, the idea of this palette was so cute. I think the packaging is just gorgeous, phenomenal. This is just, I could just play with this all day. This is just so cute. They put in a lot of thought and detail into the design. However, the quality of half of the palette left something to be desired. And I mean, the colors in the Kat Von D, while the quality was great, I I can't say that any of the colors were that unique, at least to justify the $65 price tag. Now for a little bit of a price breakdown, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the price breakdown on the eyeshadow palette in particular. So on the Too Faced portion of the palette, you get 6 shades. Each of them holds 1 gram of product, which means you are getting 6 grams of product total. And then on the Kat Von D side, once again, you're getting 6 shades. Each of these shades holds 1.3 grams, which means you are getting 7.8 grams of product total. That means that between both of these halves of the palette, you are getting 13.8 grams of product. So if you were to divide the amount of product you get by the $65 that you are paying for this product, you are paying $4.71 per gram of shadow. Now do remember, that's not taking into consideration these full-size extras, which like I said, each of these retails for $20 by itself, but I did want to just go ahead and do the price breakdown just on the shadows because I feel like if you were going to purchase this kit, you know, you're not buying it for the mascara. You could buy this by itself. You're buying it for the shadow palette. So for the shadow palette, you are paying $4.71 per gram. So there you guys have it. That is my complete review on the new Too Faced and Kat Von D collaboration collection. I hope you guys found this review video helpful. Please don't forget to thumbs it up if you enjoyed it. That's all I'm gonna say today because my voice is killing me and I'm ready to go drink some hot tea and calm down my burning throat. Okay, so I'm gonna go do that and I will talk to you guys in my next video on Thursday. I will see you then. Bye! Colored Rain is an indie brand that got really popular from their liquid lipsticks, and I know you guys are it is like lightly holographic, nothing compared to the box obviously, but like when it hits